Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the highlight of human civilization. It is called Escaping the Suburbs Live, and you've never had a better time. But if you'd like to elevate your experience to a level that no one with their tiny, shiny human brains could comprehend, what you're looking for is something called the simultaneous sip. And all you need for that is a cup or a mug, a glass, a chalice, a stein, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. I've got some sweet tea here, but whatever you like. And prepare for the unparalleled pleasure, the dopamine hit of the day, the simultaneous sip. And it starts now. Go. Hello, my beloveds. How is everybody doing? Welcome tonight. If you're wondering what that was me completely stealing and ripping off Scott Adams' opening bit by heart, actually, from memory. That was not too bad. I remembered, I think, almost every single word. I think I got kind of tangled up on the dopamine hit of the day. But Scott Adams would always start with his simultaneous sip and have a cup of coffee there, so maybe we will institute our own simultaneous sip. So how's everybody doing? We've got a fun night ahead of us tonight. Got a few things to talk about, and I'll show you all that. But let's see who's in the chat. Who are our early birds? Now, I saw at the beginning, before anybody had ever signed on, our friend Homeschool Time, a.k.a. Army Medic, posted and said hello, and they think that they'd be driving while we're streaming. So we're not going to get Army Medic's words of wisdom today, other than they said, as they always do, know who your neighbors are, know what doctor's in your neighborhood, don't get hurt in the first place. All the wisdom from Homeschool Time, a.k.a. Army Medic. So we miss you, Army Medic. Sorry you couldn't be here today. And it looks like my dad dropped in with a couple of comments early on, making his standard annual joke about March 4th. And you got some good weather coming. That's good to know. Allie, good to see you here. Very glad for that. And you guys were enjoying the music. Now, by the way, I saw in the chat when you said, well, that didn't last long, as the first slide went to the countdown slide, the music changed. And just so you know, it looks like you guys are about 90 seconds on delay. We have about a 90-second delay, but that's okay. But it's good to know that. So, Allie says hi. Oh, look, Yvonne is here. Hello, my dear. How are you doing? How are things up in the Great White North? Hope everything is doing great. Come here. Since you're going to be bugging me all night, you might as well say hello. Say hello. Okay. Go find somewhere warm to sit. So Yvonne is here. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, man. How are you doing? Been enjoying your videos lately, my friend. Allie's having ginger ale. Very good. Daniel, nice to see you, Daniel. I enjoyed your live stream that you had right before mine. It's basically like a party. It's kind of like a big hangout party, isn't it? You basically are putting on a barbecue or a cookout. Family neighborhood get-together. That's what I think of your live stream as, Daniel. It's like a neighborhood get-together where everybody comes over to the barbecue from the street. Everybody knows each other. Everybody comes and hangs around and jokes around and makes a good time. So it's good times. Yvonne is having coffee, the nectar of the gods. CL is here. Very glad to hear it. Diet ginger ale. Excellent. Is it, what is your ammo of choice? Is it Schweppes? Is it Canada Dry? Who's your favorite diet ginger ale? Let me know. Daniel's being healthy, having water. Hello, Miss Sally. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Mike is here. It's like the entire Daniel live stream just up and rated right over here. And Daniel had his an hour late this week because he went to the movies. So his was at 7, so everybody's still fresh walking in here and coming over from his house over to my house. Just be sure to stomp off your boots a little bit. When you come in the front door, wipe your feet when you first get in. Hey there, Mr. Perlman. How is my friend Glenn doing? Everything good? Your cat just got your massage. Don't let that cat be scratching you again, Sally. Bad things happen when you get cat scratch fever, man. Don't do that. Nana's doing good. Pop is having 7 up. Very good. Hey, Mike, Sally. Hello, everyone. So everybody has said hi and greeted everybody, so that's wonderful. I'm very glad to hear that. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me give you a quick rundown on what we are going to talk about tonight. Would that be good? I got a couple things planned for you. So, I'm going to do a quick hit and run on the target fixation, the topic of target fixation, and hopefully Trekking with Deb and Mike get in here because they're part of that conversation. But if they miss it, they can always watch the replay. They may be doing something busy and more important. And I will give you a quick report on yesterday. Tuesday, I went on a really nice ride. I played hooky from work. It's not really hooky. If you tell work you're not going to be there and you take it as a vacation day or a paid day off, it's not really playing hooky. But it's more fun to say you're playing hooky and going out and riding motorcycles all day. So, Sally, thanks for taking your shoes off on the way into the house. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Keeping the place spiffy. I appreciate that. Very funny. So I'll let you guys know how the ride went in a minute and talk a little bit about the great outdoors from the seat of a motorcycle. I do have a thought or a reaction. Rob the Maritimer this week put out a video and then talked about it on his live stream yesterday about a strategy shift. And two of you reached out to me separately. I don't think you were talking to each other, but separately reached out to me and said, could you talk about this on your live stream? So yes, I can. And yes, I will. And so we'll do that. And that'll be cool. So that'll be fun to do. Pam dropped in. Hello, Miss Pam. How are you? You know, Pam, you read a poem. You read a poem on your recent video this week, and it reminded me of another poem I really like. And I kind of thought about maybe I would read that poem tonight as a response to your poem. You know, one poem as a response to another poem. But I honestly never got myself organized enough together to look it up and print it out or put it on my notes. So I won't be doing my reaction reply poem, but I did enjoy your poem that you read, Pam. That was really nice. Sally goes, OMG, Pam, hi! Like you haven't seen her 10 times this week already. I want a giveaway from a fishing channel I follow. Well, you know what that is, Allie. You get a giveaway on your channel, and you gave your giveaway to a person, Creek Seeker, who dropped in on your live. And so now that's just being paid back forward to you, and you want a giveaway. But what did you win? What did you win there? And I've got some of the lures and stuff that Daniel sent me. I basically won a giveaway without trying. Daniel handed me all those lures and everything. I got some of them hung up, and some of them I already took fishing. And I told you guys about catching my second fish last week, right? Yeah, because I went out on Wednesday night before I went live, and I caught a fish last week. So that was a week ago. Yeah. Did Granny go live last night? Missed it. I don't remember seeing her. Oh, Allie says she did. Okay, so very good. Okay, cool. You're taking turns week to week with Rhonda and Scott's lives. Wanted to be sure to say hi and hit that like button. Thank you, Pam. That's very nice. Yeah, I know Rhonda has a live stream on same time as me. And that's totally fine because we don't have a whole lot of overlap on topic. She talks about her topics and I talk about my topics, and we're not really talking about the same thing. So people who are interested in what she's interested in should go watch her live. And people who are interested in what I'm interested in should come watch my live. And people who are enjoying what we're doing here should watch it here. And people who are enjoying what she's doing should go watch Rhonda's live. And the cool thing is you can always go watch the other one later because you can watch live streams on replay. So, you've seen Zach. He loves ollies like us, Allie. Everybody's saying hi to Pam and hi to Allie. I went and see 3 Days Grace last night. I don't know what that is. Well, hello there, Brandon and Ash. See how well I remembered your name? Because I gave myself that mental trick last week. It's Brandon and Ash, sometimes called not Ashley, but I think Ash, I forget what Ash is. It's not Ashley. It's like Ashton or Ash Tip or Ash, I forgot. I don't know. Brandon and Ash. But I'm glad you guys are here. How are things going in Wisconsin? Yeah, I'm not sure which thing I mentioned that you're saying was a great idea, But I tell you what, I got plenty of great ideas. Red Rock Ginger Ale. I've never had that. I don't know. That's cool. Oh, okay. You got to have a live and open up. So you got a box and you don't know what's in it. That's pretty cool. Very neat. So the Woodcombs are here. You were proud of me catching that fish last week. Good. You and Daniel are bad influences. That's what I think. Cool kids are here. This is the Pickle Crew. Hashtag Pickle Crew, as Daniel said. Haven't woke up in time for sunrise with Sally. Well, you're further out west there in Alberta. Eh? So it's a lot earlier for you. I think it's like 6 a.m. for you to have sunrise with Sally, right? That's pretty early, man. Brandon and Ash saying hi to Mike, and Mike saying hi to everybody. Okay, cool. So we're caught up on that. You can, the red, what was it called? Red Rocks or something? Whatever you said. You can get that at Publix. You can get all the good stuff at Publix. Well, let me tell you about trekking with Mike and Deb. They had a really funny video where they told the great cactus incident story. Go check it out when you get a chance. Trekking with Deb and Mike. Pretty funny story. But the upshot is somebody was on a bicycle and rode into a cactus, like a really big cactus, out in the desert. So you can imagine what that would be like. And the thing they mentioned in there is that I think Mike was saying, you know, when you're riding a bicycle, you look where you want to go, and the bicycle goes where you look. And this is also true of motorcycles, by the way. This is a very, very important thing that they teach you when you're learning how to ride motorcycles. You look where you want the bike to go. So if you're going through a turn, you don't look, at the curb that you're trying to avoid. You look which way you want to go. Turn your head. Literally, don't just turn your eyes. Turn your head, and the bike will follow. The bike will go where you want. So bicycles, motorcycles. And unfortunately, our friend Mike here, target fixated is what race car people call it. If you go off the track because you were looking at the edge of the track, or you're looking where you weren't supposed to be looking and the car goes that way, target fixation. So Mike there target fixated on the cactus and went where he was looking. But I want to make a parallel, or draw that out as a metaphor, because just like on bicycles and motorcycles and race cars, you go where you're looking in your life as well. So where your eyes are, where you have your eyes set, that's where your life is going to go. And so the cool thing is you get to decide, just like on a motorcycle, turn your head and look where you want to turn. In life, you get to turn your head towards positive outcomes and positive ideas. And you can turn your head away from negativity and pessimism. And your life will go whichever way you look. So if you look at the optimistic, and you look at the good side, and you look at the beneficial side, and you look at the positive side of life and your situation, your life will go to positive outcomes and positive situations. And conversely, if you focus on negative things and you worry about what the worst is that could happen, and think through 20 scenarios of horrible things that could happen to you, well, one of them's going to happen because that's where you were looking. So I just want to encourage you to keep your eyes on the good, and think about what is good, and think about what is positive. Think on these things, and your life will go where you're looking. So take the advice of a motorcyclist. The bike goes where you're looking. So does your life. Turn your head and look at something positive and optimistic and good, and watch your life just turn and go that way too. Okay? What do you think? Let me get caught up on the chat and see what you guys thought of that idea. Got a nice group in here tonight. All right. Let's see here. You can get it at Publix. Things are great in Wisconsin. We were out exploring today. Actually, you did a great job with our names, Brandon and Ashton. How come I couldn't remember Ashton? Because I don't know anybody named Ashton. It's hard to remember a name you never heard before. But I will try my best to remember that my friend Brandon and Ash herself is having an Altoids out of an Altoids tin. So she's Ashton. And that's how I'm going to remember your name, Ashton. But if I forget, I'll say Ash. So sorry about that. Tyler's in the house. Awesome. I just finished my live and editing my solo survival camping trip. Excellent. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that video coming out. Do you know when you're going to put it out, Tyler? Do you think you're going to put that out on Friday? I think you've been doing videos on Fridays lately, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And you said you finished your live. Did you go live? Did you do a live stream, Tyler? If you did, I did not see that. If you're going to go live again, Tyler, send me a text message outside of here and let me know when it's going to be. Oh, Pam, I undershot the mark. It's 5 o'clock in the morning to watch Sally. Well, I think you can be excused from that because ain't nobody got time for that, getting up early so you can have somebody else's live stream at 5 a.m. Yikes. No bueno. That's not good. That's too early. Camera's looking good. Awesome. That is good to know. Very good. Very good. We are planning, here's Daniel, we're planning another hiking video, but this will be on our property on Monday. I have stone quarries right next to my house and rock croppings to show you all. Haven't made a video about them in 3 years. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't seen the old video, so that'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that. What did I say on your live stream tonight? You're my favorite outdoor hunting, fishing, cooking, food quality, candy, diabetes, Christian music channel. There was a video by, man, I know we talked about this guy last week, Nate Black, but he's got a new video that came out this week, and he said your niche should either be a mile wide or a mile deep, and have like a niche, a topic of your channel be very, very narrow and specific and so deep that you're like the go-to expert. Or be so wide, you don't have to be very deep at all, but it's so wide and broadly covered that you're covering 10 million things, and YouTube will find somebody who's interested in the thing you talked about. So I think you're the first one. You're the mile wide, Daniel. You talk about everything and anything and all points in between. But the cool thing is I like listening to you talk about anything, Daniel. Whatever your topic is, I like listening to you talk about it. So rock croppings and stone quarries sounds good to me. CLC, now the problem is I'm so late in catching up to your comments, and your comments are probably a minute and a half behind whatever I said, so I don't know which video was great, but I'm sure you're right, whichever one it was. Check it out. What you're going to check out. You guys got to be more specific. When you say I'll check it out, I don't remember. Oh, she's got the cactus emojis, so definitely check out Deb and Mike. That must be what CL was talking about. She must have seen the video of the bicycle crash into the cactus as well. Lori, are there any additions to your live schedule yet? Don't jump a 10-speed bike, it may flip over. Okay, thank you for telling us that. That's good to know. Don't jump a 10-speed bike. That sounds like good advice. That sounds like good advice. You guys like the analogy, the life goes where you're looking analogy. I'm glad you like it. Mike, I know Mike Adventure Sparks has ridden motorcycles before. Mike's Retirement Corner, you're probably a biker. I know my dad had a bike. Some of you folks who've got bikes or have been in bikes definitely know I'm telling the truth. Sally, don't bully anybody into hitting the like button. YouTube doesn't care about the like button. The like button doesn't tell YouTube anything. It's like, it's there for a placebo. It's like a placebo like button. You guys don't have to hit like. You can take your likes back. It won't make any difference. The fact that you're here and that you're watching, and more importantly, that you're commenting, is the most important thing of all. All YouTube cares about is, are you staying and are you commenting? And the like button, it used to mean something. Don't worry about it. I don't even look at the number of likes this thing gets at the end. Don't matter. All right, everybody, make a note of it. Friday, 4:45, quarter to 5 o'clock. That's 15 minutes before quitting time on a Friday. Tyler will have his solo camping video. Excellent. Okay, so you guys went live when you were fishing. That's nice. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Good job, Daniel. CL, for what? The cactus had the long thorns and the short thorns. You know, Mike, I kind of had a feeling maybe you'd been in a motorcycle seat before in your life. You just seem like that type of fella. for being great in the mile-wide niche. Daniel, that's what. Are you sure about the like button? I thought it was integral to... No, Pam. No, the like button doesn't matter. I'll be happy to do an experiment. Everybody who's liked, take your like back. Go back and unlike it. I promise you. I promise you it won't matter. You will still get notified when I go live next time. Likes don't matter. Thumbs ups don't matter. It's a very nice way for you to show your appreciation. But don't feel bad if you see somebody who doesn't have a lot of likes. And don't feel bad if you forgot to like a video, because YouTube isn't really looking at that. I was thinking about this today when I was driving somewhere. YouTube is watching this live stream. It's bots, it's AI robots, it's software is watching this live stream. It's evaluating every single word that goes through my microphone out to the interwebs to you. It's processing that into text, and then the AI is parsing out the words that I'm saying right now. And now its brain is saying, oh, he just stopped talking about outdoors and now he's talking about YouTube mechanics, so I'm going to see if I can find anybody who's interested in YouTube mechanics. And it suggests this live stream, it suggests it on the fly right now to somebody who's out there surfing that YouTube knows has watched videos recently about YouTube mechanics. And now it's going to present that, and some stranger is going to come in and see us talking about it. And YouTube's also reading every single word. Every single word. I'm sorry. Pam just said I can't unlike it. It's against my religion. You just stole my joke. I say that about everything. I can't do that. It's against my religion. You cracked me up, Pam. Don't be stealing my lines. That's too funny. But it's also reading the words that you guys, for example, on Daniel's live stream, he's talking about 90s Christian music, right? Well, and a lot of people are talking about it in the chat more than he was talking about it. And it's going to go out and it's going to find people that it knows have watched 90s Christian YouTube music videos, and present his live stream while he's still live on the fly and say, hey, go check this guy out. Go check out this guy. You'd like what this guy's doing. The likes, it's very nice. It's very sweet. I do not want anybody to feel bad for not liking videos. They're optional, honestly. They're just not a big deal. All right, where was I in the chat? Let me see if I can find those comments again. Okay, I'm almost here. Sorry, I got lost. I let it scroll away from me. Okay. My commenting is on the light side. I'm one hand down. What did you do? Hurt yourself, Mike? Did you hurt yourself at work? That's not good. No bueno, man. Oh, you got bit by a dog. You got bit by your new puppy? What happened? I didn't miss this. I missed this. Did you talk about this at a live stream? Did you talk about this in a video? What did I miss? Did you get... Exactly, that's what I want to know. Okay, Mike says it's going to be okay. Must not have been too bad, but... This is the funniest comment right here. I'm telling you guys, this is the comment of the year. I can't unlike it. It's against my religion. It's just funny to me because I say that to people so many times. Well, they're like we were talking about... You guys were talking about chili, and everybody's cooking chili, and I don't like chili. And the reason I don't like chili is because it always has onions. And I don't like onions because it's against my religion. Which is not true. But, oh, speaking of no, it's not, and not true, I want to answer a question Pam had. I make a comment in my videos whenever an airplane flies over me. I look up and I say, hey, that's a Robinson 44. I flew one of those, and little Nettie goes to war. And I say that all the time. And Pam and somebody else both commented and said, oh, do you fly planes? No, I don't fly planes. I do quote movies, and that's a quote from a movie. There were some characters in a very, very, very silly movie. It was meant to be an Old West style movie, but they kept talking to the camera and like breaking the fourth wall and breaking out of reality. And so there was an airplane flying overhead in this Western, and the guy looks up and it says, oh, that's a Robinson 44, which, by the way, is a type of helicopter, but I'll say it about airplanes as well. And he goes, I flew one of those in Little Nettie Goes to War, referring to another movie. So I keep quoting that stupid line all the time, and I will not stop. So, yeah, going back to that. And And Daniel agrees with her. I can't unlike it either. And okay, Sally, nobody can, nobody can unlike it. That's fine. And Sally just goes, Scott, which is funny. Hallelujah, praise the Lord, and like the video. Praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition. A bite isn't as big a problem as the germs from the animal. Keep cleaning it, Mike, over and over and over. Good advice. Yeah, especially, and Sally, who got cat scratch fever from dirty kitty cat claws, man. We don't want that. Thanks for controlling the spammers tonight. Who's controlling the spammers? I'm not controlling spammers, right? Oh, you talking about on your live stream? I thought you... Oh, okay, yeah, on your live, I mean. Okay. You know what's weird is you made me a mod on your channel, and I can't do any mod abilities. Neither can I on Sally's and a couple other people who made me mods. I forget, Yvonne, somebody. But I can't do it on my phone. But if I'm watching on the computer, I can like hide them from the channel and hide their comments, but not on the phone. I don't understand why. What's the difference? So, like if somebody makes a stupid comment on Daniel's thing, I can hide the comment if I'm on my computer. But from my phone, it won't let me do it. I press and hold. No bueno. Don't know why. Whatever. He was taking his dog for a walk and another dog attacked both of them and then he got bit. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot around here. Yeah, that happens a lot down here. Somebody will be walking a little tiny foo-foo dog and then somebody else's pit bull gets loose from that person because they don't control it. It gets away from them and attacks both of them and nearly kills the foo-foo dog and usually ends up tearing up the dog owner's arm or something, so that's not good. I don't put, they made pit bulls illegal in Miami-Dade County, and they're talking about doing that here in my county too. I don't put onions in my chili. I'm the only person in the house that eats them. Well, that's very good of you to make that sacrifice, CL, on behalf of everybody else in the family. That's very nice of you. Yep, it's a movie quote. You do that with obscure movies and people look at me a bit like this. Yeah, that's what I get too. Yep. Especially when I say that little Nettie goes to Warline in person and they're looking at me like, what do you say? The mobile app has limitations. You also can't tag anyone. That's right, you can't tag names. If you try typing @ it doesn't autocomplete, and if you type the whole thing out, it doesn't tag. Yeah. The mobile app, come on, YouTube. You guys are supposed to be the biggest software company in the world. Get on it. I've seen what happens with bad wound care, and it wasn't pretty. Okay, that's too gross. I'm not thinking about it. We're not talking about that. You guys want to see pictures from my motorcycle ride yesterday? I will show you how my trip out into nature on 2 wheels went yesterday. So, cool day. I had a friend down from Virginia that I went to high school with, and he's dropped in here every once in a while. You guys have maybe remember seeing someone named Chiba drop in, and Chiba has dropped in on the live stream a few times. He's down visiting from Richmond, and he brought his motorcycle. He came down on the auto train. You guys don't know this, but on the East Coast here, Amtrak runs an auto train, and you can park your car on the train. They drive it up onto the train. It's like a double-decker, whole bunch of cars, like 500 cars if they want. 500 automobiles, and they drive it from Lorton, Virginia, which is just outside of Washington, D.C., and they'll drive your car down here, and you get to ride in a nice, comfy train car, a people car. You don't ride on your car, you ride in a nice train car, and they drop you off right outside of Orlando, Florida, real close to the theme park, so you can go see Mickey, and you can drive your car around, and then put your car on the auto train and go back home. And they will also put motorcycles on the auto train. They have a special carrier. I should have posted a picture of this. A carrier that they put 2 motorcycles side by side on this carrier, and then they'll hook a whole bunch of those things into a little train, and they make a small train of these little carriers, and they drive the small train up onto the big train and park it inside with all the motorcycles all tucked away neatly inside the train. It's a pretty neat thing, so it's pretty cool. So we went around Lake Okeechobee. If I had been thinking about it, I should have made a map. I should have made a map and put that in so you guys could see where we went, because that was pretty cool. But here you can see the view from Lake Okeechobee, where we stopped somewhere to have our lunch. This is a little shelter area right on Lake Okeechobee, and we had some lunch. Here you can see on the right, you can see my friend. Oh, and I said Wes came down, but also my other friend, I don't know why I didn't say this, Ron came down from Wisconsin. And so he's in town for another reason, unrelated, and he brought this orange and white KTM bike, and Wes brought his BMW. And I rode my Triumph, and my other friend Doug, who lives down here, who's been on tons of my videos in the past. If you guys have seen my camping videos in the past, Doug's in the camping videos. And he was, you know, he was the other half of this channel when we did a lot of motorcycle videos. He was the other half. He was with us too. So let's see what I got as far as pictures. So here's a nice shot of us along the lake, and that's a canal, basically an access canal that runs along. You can see Wes in the neon vest, and there's Ron in the middle, and there's Doug standing up with his neon helmet on. And here's a nice picture of me and Doug just sitting on the rail by the canal talking. And in the background, the Everglades were on fire, and they were burning. We didn't get a good picture of that. But don't be alarmed, because it was just how they harvest sugar. We have a lot of sugarcane fields, and they burn the sugarcane fields before they harvest it. And I don't know why, but they have to. So here's a nice picture of Wes's BMW motorcycle with Doug walking in the background. Pretty nice picture. And then we went back to the Sam Griffith Overlook, where I've gone and made videos, including the most recent video. I was fishing in that video, so you may remember some of this scenery. But this is the scenery from the top of the wooden overlook tower that they built. And you can see our motorcycles right down there in the bottom. Here's a zoomed in picture of all four of our pretty little motorcycles all tucked in right there. And here we are at the top of the tower, where there is an observation, like, what do you call those things? The like binocular things. There's a word for those things. I forget what you call them, those binocular thingies that you can look through. And I think Doug and Ron here were looking at Google Maps so they could see where around the lake we were, because they had never been to that place before. And there's Wes and I hanging out. Wes used to have an Indian motorcycle, but he's been a BMW motorcycle, you know, guy for like 30 years. But he doesn't have the Indian anymore, but he does still have the shirt. And there's a nice, pretty picture of me in Lake Okeechobee. So there you go. That's my picture show. You know what that's kind of like? That's kind of like in the old days. Some of you guys will remember this, when you know, people would have friends come over to the house when they got back from vacation, and they had their pictures that they took on their vacation, and they had them printed into slides, and they'd put them in the Kodak carousel. And then, you know, everybody come over for dinner and have cocktails and sit around talking, and at a certain point turn out the lights and do a slideshow. And let me show you my slideshow from our vacation to Caracas or whatever. Well, that's what I just did. I gave you guys a slideshow from my day off, and it was a good time. So let's see. Let's get caught up on the comments and see what we're missing here. Okay. Sweet motorcycle, says CL. Yeah, those are cool bikes. Mike wants to know what I ride. So I have a Triumph Tiger, which is it's in the adventure bike classification, sort of like a BMW GS or a KTM 1190, very similar to the Stelvios, the V-Stroms, those type of bikes. The Tenere, that family of motorcycles. So the Triumph Tiger. And prior to that, I had a Triumph Bonneville, and prior to that, I had a Suzuki, which is what my kitty cat is named after. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber with the Frozen bikers when they were riding on that scooter together, right? Yep. I'm going to have to look into that. It would be fun to do on a bike. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hello there, Dana, the Cookie Mom. She says, train travels very relaxing. Nice to have you dropping in and saying hi. I believe I've seen some of your comments on our videos, but this might be your first time saying hi in the chat, so we appreciate it. And I agree with you. Train traveling is the way to go. I took a train ride when I moved to Florida. I took the auto train when I first came down here, and I really enjoyed it. And unfortunately, it's slow, so it's not convenient. And they don't make up for that by being inexpensive either. It's expensive compared to driving, And it's like almost the same. It's a little bit more than flying, I think. You can fly cheaper than you can take a train, and it's just very slow. So the only reason to pay more and take a train ride is because of the slow, enjoyable, relaxing pace and the scenery going by. And there is a really cool, interesting train route from, I want to say New York City, but it might be Philadelphia, somewhere over to Chicago, and then across the top over towards, through the mountains and all that. It either goes to LA through the Donner Pass. I think you could also, instead, if you want to, take it up to Seattle, and those would be really, really scenic, picturesque routes to take. I'd be up for that. That'd be pretty cool. Now, Yvonne, who is not from and not in Florida, says, my favorite place on earth is Disney World. The problem with Disney World is that it's in Orlando, and Orlando is my least favorite place in all of Florida. I don't have any problem at all with Disney World once you get into it. But man, traffic in Orlando and the crowds and the congestion, it's just not my favorite. It's like my least favorite, the traffic especially. And unfortunately for me, I have to go up to Orlando this Saturday. I'll go up in the morning and come back same afternoon, one day. It's only like a 3-hour drive. But I'm not looking forward to the traffic once I start getting within like a 50-mile radius of where I got to be. But once I get to where I'm going and what I'm doing, it'll be awesome. So that would have been neat to see. Yes, for sure. Daniel says, my dad used to have a 2012 Harley Custom Sportster. Cool. Wow, that guy is beautiful compared to here. What guy? You must mean the sky. I bet that was voice chat, that guy. Because if you're saying Wes is beautiful, I mean, I'm going to tell him you said that for sure. I bet you, because the reason I say that is probably you said probably that sky is because you always comment on the sky in my videos. You're always raving about how huge and blue. But the problem is you've been dealing with overcast, gray, yucky skies for all winter, Sally. But your springtime's right around the corner. It's going to be beautiful for you real soon. I am so glad that you enjoyed my slideshow. And Mike remembers the 35mm slides for sure. Yeah, you guys, I forgot to tell you to bring your own popcorn. That would have been cool. Hey, everybody, say hello to Graciela. Gracie G. I used to know somebody named Graciana, so I always want to pronounce your name Graciana, but maybe it's Graciela? I'm not sure. But everybody say hi, because Gracie G here is in Australia. She's down under in Australia, where it's probably, I'm going to guess it's probably 9 in the morning or something, right? But I'm so glad to see you here, Gracie G. And thanks for all your very nice comments on all the videos. I'm glad you were able to catch us live for once. That's awesome. Mike says, hi, Gracie. And you'll have to tell me if it's Graciela or Graciela. Was it Graciela? And tell us how things are going down in Melbourne. Is that where you are? Melbourne, I think. I think you said Melbourne. Maybe, no, you're not in Sydney, right? Melbourne. Had a Yamaha V-Star 1300. When we were on Maui, I rented a Harley at a place called Hula Hogs. Cool story. Mike, 12 midday. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. See, I'm asking questions that you've already answered. So it's midday, and you're in Melbourne. Finally, a sunny day after days of clouds. So I said 9. I was guessing 9, but it's already noon. Man, you're way ahead of us. You're like a day and a quarter ahead of us. Yikes. Half a day and a quarter. That's what I mean to say. When I was in the Navy, on my way to the Aleutians, I took a train from Texas up to Seattle. 4 days of beautiful scenery. I bet that was neat. And by the way, speaking of being in the Navy, everybody, why don't we congratulate my dad on 60-year anniversary of graduating boot camp? Did I get that right, Dad? I believe you said it was 60-year anniversary this week of completing and graduating boot camp. You'll like this, Dad. I was telling our friend Ron, the gunny sergeant, about that. And he said to tell you hoorah, and he said to tell you congratulations. And he said to tell you that Navy boot camp doesn't count. It's because he was in the Marines. But he's just kidding. I don't have a favorite place in nature. Inhabited places are the place for me. Mountains, coastline, countryside. Yeah, right on. Very cool. I do have it on my wish list to someday get to visit Australia. At one point, I wanted to ride a motorcycle around the coast road, the perimeter coast road that encircles the entire continent of Australia. But I'm not so sure if I still want to do that now or not. I don't ride as much as I used to. But I think that'd be a cool trip. But I do want to get over, and I really want to visit the South Island of New Zealand as well. There's a lot of really beautiful camping opportunities in the South Island of New Zealand. I know everybody goes over there, wants to see the Lord of the Rings stuff in the North Island. I just want to go see the uninhabited mountains and countryside of the South Island. Florida sky is indeed the best, CL. You and me and Allie and Granny, we are blessed to live in the free state of Florida. Oh, look, you see her name? You say her name, and there she is. I didn't know you were here, Granny. How are you doing? Very good to see you. Granny, I got to talk to you about something. You had a video recently where you were showing some seeds that came in the mail. I want to talk to you about that, but I don't know how to get a hold of you. So do me a favor, Granny. Send me an email, escapingthesuburbs@gmail.com. I don't think I've got your contact info, unless maybe if I sent you stickers. If I sent you stickers, I have your email address, but I don't think so. I don't remember now. Uninhabited. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant. Voice to text sucks, Gracie. So you say uninhabited, and it says that you say, I love inhabited spaces, which is not what you said. Right. Looking forward to Florida time in August. You and me may be the only two people who enjoy Florida in August, Dana. I adore it when it gets really, really, really hot and really, really muggy. I might be the only one I know, but if you like it too, high five. Because I just like it when it gets so hot and stuff, you feel like you just stuffed your head into the oven. You open the door to go outside and you get hit in the face with a wave of heat. It's awesome. I love it. But it's nice to see everybody saying hi to Gracie. Everybody say hi to Dana too. Yep. Gracie in Aussie land. The Down Under. Let's see if missing a... Okay, so the name... See, but you say phonetic and then you spell it. But here's the thing. I don't know if that's Gray Ciela or Gra Ciela, because you don't indicate if that A is long or short. So gray as in the color gray, or Gra as in rhymes with a spa, Ciela. But we can just call you Gracie. That'll be easier. Yeah, congrats on 60. Hey, Lori, you snuck in under the wire. You being stealthy over here. I didn't know you were sitting there quietly listening, being all spying on us, Lori. Hilarious. But everybody's saying congrats, congrats, congrats. Good to see everyone in the chat. Hope everyone in the U.S. Oh, we're doing awesome. Of course we are. Cool, 60 years. I was right. Uh-huh. USMC. Yep. Yeah, very cool. Australia, but so big. Tasmania is gorgeous. New Zealand looks like a dream place for sure. Yeah, it does. Yep. Everybody's saying hi, hi, hi. All right, well, I want to get to the Rob the Maritimer thing. Daniel says he's going to have stickers for anyone who wants one soon for free. And the It Feels Like a Pickle design. I got to get me one of those and put it on my fishing tackle box. Okay, cool. Danny, send me Granny's cell number with her permission, and then I will send her a message and tell her what I want to tell her about her video. Cool, cool, cool. Everybody wants a sticker. I was multitasking, couldn't get to the keyboard. That's fine. You can just be a spy. Just be the spy. GRA is perfect. You say great. So I'm going to assume that you mean Gray, as in Graciela and Gracie. We're just going to call you Graciela and Gracie G. So cool. All right, excellent. All right, so here's the deal. on the Rob the Maritimer thing. He has come out with a new strategy. Let's review it, and then I will react to it. If I understand Rob the Maritimer, the YouTube coach, and the YouTube, he hates the word guru, but I don't care, because the man says so much and he shares so much. He's a master, right? A master is an expert who teaches and shares knowledge. He's a master at YouTubing, especially if you're someone roughly our age YouTubing. So he's a master. So he said he is going to shift to a more intentional and planned content. And what he says he's been doing, this is all if I understand it correctly. I'm paraphrasing and rephrasing the man, and it's only because I think I understand what he's saying. And you guys tell me if you think I got it wrong. But so far, he kind of just goes on a walk and decides what he's going to make that video about, either in an hour or two before he goes out, and sometimes just while he's out walking, he'll come up with an idea. But he wants to introduce key topical pillars. I think he said 6 or 7 top pillars of topics that are based around what he believes people who come to his channel want to know, what they want to learn, what they responded to in the comments, which videos have done well, questions people have asked. If anybody knows what key areas and topics his audience want to know about, he would know. And so he's going to create playlists for each of these pillars. And one thing that's going to do is it's going to make it a lot easier to find a video on a specific topic in his channel. There will be playlists on, you can make up in your mind whatever you think his topics might be, but maybe there might be one on talking to the camera and being comfortable with the camera. That's something he talks about all the time. He might make videos. There may be a playlist about dealing with comments, or how AdSense works, how to edit, stuff like that. But he's going to make playlists and put the videos in there. And then he's going to reorganize his existing videos into those playlists. And this will allow him to become the go-to resource for his niche, which is how to be a YouTuber over 40. He's got a goal of increasing views. Now, he kind of strung it all out to, the goal is to experiment and see whether or not Google AdSense can actually provide a living income alone, aside from other sources of income. Because he frequently says, if you want to have a business out of your YouTube, you have to do other things too. You have to have either coaching classes or sell a product or offer a service outside of YouTube, and the YouTube drives. But now he wants to experiment and see through this strategy, can he gain enough income through AdSense that would justify a living. But if you think about it, to gain enough income through AdSense, you have to increase your views. And it's not about subscribers, it's about views, view hours, and view count, right? Watch time and view count. So his goal of increasing Google AdSense revenue really boils down to increasing views. And the way he wants to do that is through intentionality, planning, and consistency. So the intentionality is having a set of topics. The planning is to think, okay, I'm going to build a content calendar and come up with a schedule that I'm going to put out my videos, and I'm going to plan ahead which topics I'll go talk on. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to plan out the script ahead of time. He can just say the topic today is feeling comfortable in front of the camera, and he can go do his walk and talk up his St. Margaret's Bay Trail walkway and go up to the little mountain he likes to go up and dance at. And off the top of his head, he can just riff on the topic of being comfortable in front of the camera, of course, because he's so good at that. But this gives him a set of topics that he can orbit, and his channel can orbit around this set of topics and always be touching a certain pillar or a topic as he works his way around the circle. And so what is my reaction to this strategy? What do I think? Well, I'll tell you. Here's my reaction. I think it's awesome, for him especially. But when I think about it for myself, I'm already doing part A, and I need to think very seriously about doing part B. So let me explain what I mean by that. let me show you. Let's take a look at my channel. Let's go look at my channel real quick here. Bring this up. Here we are at Escaping the Suburbs YouTube channel main page. You can see I'm on the home tab right here. And I've got my featured video. This is what people will see if it's the first time they ever come to the channel. I make this video with be my featured channel. I don't know why this video did so much better than my normal views. I normally get 50 or 60 views and then it sort of flattens out and never takes off again. For some reason, this one did 50 or 60 and hung out, and then after about 5 days, people just started watching the heck out of this video. And the source, I looked at the source of the traffic coming in, and it was just YouTube browse feature. It wasn't anything special. It was giving people impressions like crazy. It was putting this video in front of people like crazy for some reason. And so I said, okay, I'm going to make this be the featured video at the top of the page. But that's not what I want you to see. What I want you to see, if we scroll down a little bit, is you'll see that I've got 3 featured playlists. So it's only 3, it's not 6 or 7 like Rob. But in my niche of finding peace in the suburbs and escaping the chaos of city living, I'm not sure if I could come up with exactly 6 or 7 topics. But if you look at this, the three playlists that I have on the screen here are built around 3 key areas of this niche or this subject that my channel is focused on. So the first one is peace, which is a positive side of things, peace that you find in nature's green spaces. The middle one is about happiness itself and how life choices impact our well-being, because I'm a very big believer that the choices we make in our life, especially the choice we make about how we feel and the choice we make about how we think about things, will impact our level of happiness. And then the one at the bottom actually starts out with the negative aspect. It's really the opposite side of the coin from the first playlist. So the first one is the positive of how to find peace. The third one is how to find relief from anxiety. And so my videos fit neatly into these 3 topics. So you can see Fix Your Brain kind of fits into the positive side of peace. And Stop Wearing a Mask, well, maybe that should have been in the anxiety one, because that's a negative statement. Stop doing something bad probably should have been in the anxiety. Maybe I need to move that one. Find peace at your local park. Spend $10, find peace. Find a safe space in nature. Those are all positives. If we come down to anxiety relief, we'll see escape the maze, eliminate pain, end bad thinking, stop burnout. So those are the end the negative things, and those are in that playlist. And of course, the things that are in the life choices impacting your well-being and finding happiness are things like do the hard thing first, do the tough stuff first, be terrible at something, be a contrarian. My story about flipping my YouTube channel into a different topic, get moving with the dopamine feedback loop, accomplish all your goals. So those are the ones that are in the happiness and life choices. So I've already done part A of Rob's strategy, which is to have playlists and topical pillars. I've got my topical pillars. I've got you can find the positive side of life. You can avoid the negative side of life, and you can obtain happiness through positive life choices and by, taking certain actions. We talk about reframes all the time, right? Reframing a negative thing as a positive thing. That's a positive life choice to help you find it. Now, the part B of Rob's strategy that I need to very, very seriously consider is the intentional planning part. And I think that what I need to do is I need to come up with 3 video ideas. And I do that sometimes as it is. I write down video ideas. Here's a paper that I've got that shows some video ideas that I've had. And it says, for example, I stopped chasing success to chase sunsets. A phrase that came out of a recent video, improvisational hiking. The quiet power of doing nothing. Retirement can be a trap. Purpose beats pension. Don't be afraid to appear lonely to strangers. Ditch the lawnmower treadmill. I'm not 100% positive what I was thinking about with ditch the lawnmower treadmill. I'm going to have to remember. I think that might have, I don't remember. Anyway, the point is, I've got a list of topics, but what I need to start doing is I need to start building and planning and intentionally thinking of my topics in the area of these pillars, these 3 topical pillars, the positive side, avoiding the negative side, and making good choices in your life. And then if I can come up with topics that are built around those, if I can make videos, if I can come up with video ideas and then go make videos based around these 3 topical pillars, the 3-legged stool of my channel, I've already got the playlist to put them in. They're already organized, except for that 1 or 2 that I saw that may be in the wrong playlist, but yeah, it's not a big deal. In my opinion, that's actually accomplishing, I think, 90% of what Rob's talking about. I don't think I'm going to build out a content calendar yet. I don't think I'm quite big enough to worry about that yet. What I basically do is my Saturdays are filming days. I go and I find a good location by looking on Google Maps, and I look for green text, and the green text on Google Maps is really cool, outdoorsy, fun places to go. Try to find one I've never been to. And I take my topic and I write down the name of the topic on the top of it. And then under that, I'll make 4 or 5 declarative declaration statements in that vein. And then I'll put a reminder on there. Don't forget to record an intro. You know, the hook, the initiating statement. I always do that last. I always put that at the end of my video because by then I know everything I'm going to talk about, and so I can come up with a good summarizing introductory statement. That's my opening line of my video. And then I have a note on there that says, don't forget to remind people to come to the live stream, to invite people to the live stream. And don't forget to record an ending, because I've got a few videos out there that you may not notice, but there's no ending because I forgot to record it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, all that other stuff. So they just stop kind of abruptly, but it's okay. All right, well, enough of my comments. I'm interested to see what you guys think about what Rob said and what I said about what Rob said. So let's just get caught up quick. I hope there's no trolls in the comments because I wasn't doing anything with them. Let's get caught up here. All right. Congrats on almost 4K. Who's got almost 4K subscribers? That's not me, right? I don't think so. Let's take a peek at my dashboard. You guys want to see the dashboard? Why not? Yeah, 3364. So that's not me, though. It's almost at 4K. I don't know who's at 4K. Somebody's almost at 4K, but it isn't me. Not all masters teach and share. Okay, Race Lever says, not all masters teach and share. Well, I guess that can be an agreed to disagree, because I would not consider somebody a master of something if they're not sharing the knowledge. I would consider them an expert. I would consider them to be a subject matter expert. But to me, a master gets called a master when they begin to pass their knowledge along to the next generations. So, but nice to see you here again, Race Lever. It has been a while. I haven't seen you in a few months, so it's very good to see you here. But feel free to agree to disagree. You guys are talking about Daniel's stickers a little bit. CL only watches because Peanut is managing the show. Well, I can't argue with that. That's going to be, we're going to have to agree to agree. Yeah, Gracie, I know I see you over there sometimes with Rob in his live streams, yeah. I'm a speaker. I'm a good speaker. I'm glad you think I'm a good speaker. I'm a good talker. I'm a good talker, and I know how to speak good. Rob got me into live streaming, and now I have an amazing community. Yeah, same here. Same for all of us. Honestly, Daniel, Rob's recurring message is that if you go live once a week, people start showing up and getting to know you, and you build a community who then start watching your videos, and they also become super fans who tell other people about your videos and about your channel. And there's a lot more to live streaming than just hearing your own voice. Yeah, Rob gets everybody into live stream. He is a good motivator. You're right. That's right. You were expecting more from that reaction box. I know. I didn't really fill in very much on that slide. I know. I was thinking about putting a bulleted list of reactions, but I figured I'll just ramble. I think I know what you're talking about on the seed video. I deleted it just in case. Maybe. Hey, I can finally follow along. Oh, that's right. Mike's got it. Did you get your new laptop? Did you get your new laptop in the mail yet, Mike? Is that what you're watching this on? Remember to like and subscribe as the algorithm can help the channel. Yeah, maybe. I'm not too worried about that. Maybe. If you don't like, you don't like. If you don't subscribe, you don't subscribe. YouTube is going to find you. If you like my videos, I don't mean click the like button. I mean if you appreciate my videos, you're going to watch them. And if you watch them long enough to appreciate them, YouTube's going to remember, oh, Gracie G, she watched his video for a little while there. I bet she might click on if I show another one of his thumbnails. So, like and subscribe if you want to. It can't hurt, you know, but I don't think it really matters that much. Granny has never seen Rob the Maritimer? What? You're like the queen of live streaming and you've never seen Rob the Maritimer? All right, Granny. Well, you look up Rob the Maritimer on YouTube and go watch his live stream next Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, right after lunch on Tuesday. Yeah, I like it. Organizational. Organizational. I like his idea of having playlists to break things out. And so if you're saying it's a good way that I organize it, then good, thank you. I've got my embrace the positive, my reject the negative, and make good choices. That's the idea there. Check out your save the name. Very good. I'm glad you like those, CL. Very good. Yeah, and playlists, you know, when you create a new video, you know, the little pull-down menu, I just do that as soon as you upload a new video, before it ever goes live or anything. Pick a playlist. The cool thing is the pull-down menu to put it in a playlist, if nothing seems to fit, you can make a new playlist right from that pull-down menu. Right there from that menu, you can make a new playlist right there on the fly. So, never mind, I'm in a neutral mood playlist. That'd be funny. Yeah, you can also binge watch playlists very easily. That's true. Yep. My channel is outdoors, hunting, fishing, hiking, shooting, cooking, videos about healthy eating, diabetes, insulin, and country music, and now Christian music, and going to see Christian artists, and which sports drinks are the better powder drinks. You are a mile wide, buddy. You're like the Platte River. Daniel, you ever heard of the Platte River? It's a mile wide and an inch deep. It is too thick to drink and too shallow to swim. I think that's what they said about the Platte River. All right. Yeah, I don't remember race lever. I don't remember what I was thinking with lawnmower treadmill. But I don't remember what I was thinking. I wrote it on there thinking I'll make a video about but I said escape the lawnmower treadmill. So it's not like I had some great idea of a treadmill that mows the lawn. I don't know what I was thinking, race. It probably seemed like a good idea at the time. I don't know. I tend to want to see the places I've never seen before. And like Mike is always out and about too. Mike is great. That's why he's famous, Mike. Famous Mike is great, right? Sally, famous Mark. Say it. Say it, Sally. Say it! Famous Mike. Say it! Say it! I like the pillars. I made playlists before I decided to niche down. That's a good idea. Legend has it, those videos he made with no endings are still playing. They didn't have an ending, so that they're still going on through space, through time and space forever. Bye, Allie. Have fun putting the baby boy to bed. See ya, everybody. Not all masters are called masters, so yes, we can agree to disagree. Good enough with me. I'm not here to fight. Hello there, Susan in Australia from High Country. So good to see you there. How is everything going? I haven't seen you in a few lives. How is life going down under? And by the way, Susan, we have Gracie with us tonight. Gracie G is also in Australia. She is in Melbourne. So you guys are country women. You're mutual continent dwellers. Everybody say hi to each other. It's so nice when you all say, okay, good, you got the laptop. That is awesome. Of course Famous Mike is still here. Famous Mike is here, isn't he, Sally? Say it. Say it, Sally. He's famous. Good. So you started playing with the laptop now. That's good, man. Don't be afraid to send me a message if you need any help understanding how Mac is thinking, because sometimes Mac laptops, things aren't exactly where you thought they would be. And things can be weird, especially the new ones. So feel free, buddy. Send me a text anytime if you got a question about something. Anytime. I do playlists now. Yeah, that's a good point, Susan. I have a playlist for my live streams. It's called Livestream Replays. So when I schedule the live, before I've even gone live, I put it into the playlist called Livestream Replays, because as soon as I'm done being live, it's gonna be a replay. So might as well be in there. Hi, Susan. Hello there, love. How are you, CO? Oh, the Australia folks have met. That's great. Awesome. Let's see. You keep saying hello there, Scott. I said hello. Hello. By the way, the chat is a little bit behind. I can see on my other screen when the chats come in, they're a little bit behind from what I say. So I say something, and then it makes it to you about 2 minutes after I say it. That's how long it takes to get to you. And then you type something, which maybe takes another 15 seconds, and then it comes back. And by the time I get to the bottom of my text, it's probably been 2, 3, 4 minutes before, but between the time I say something and then you type it and then I see it. Don't live far from each other. 3.5 hours. That's like as far as from me to Disney. Awesome. Cool. Well, I have a headache, but I'm trying to push through as I have my own live in 30 minutes. Well, I'll tell you what, I will definitely be done by then, so we will have to go check out Susan High Country Australia's live stream tonight in about 30 minutes. I'm assuming you must be in the bottom of the hour. Is that when you'll be live? And as we learned, it's already midday, so it must be, what, 12:30 for you? Or is that when you're going to go live, 12:30 your time? Yeah, you'll say Famous Mike, but I'm trying to get Sally to say Famous Mike. Come on, Sally, say Famous Mike. Say it. Say it! I'm channeling, what was that guy's name? Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison. Say it! Okay, I appreciate it. It's nothing like my phone. No, it's not. I hope I didn't waste a lot of money. No, you didn't waste money. It just takes time. There's a learning curve. We talk about this all the time on this channel, Mike. There's a learning curve, and you have to embrace the learning curve. Everything's hard when you first start out. Embrace the feeling of the progress and the wins. Don't worry about the things you're struggling with. Embrace the learning curve. Sweet tea. It's actually diet sweet tea. Diet sweet tea brewed by Publix. Yeah, you guys are close together. Cool. That's awesome. Are you in Victoria? I won't say this in my worst Australian accent because I don't have a good one. I just typed this to time how long it takes you to address the comment. You're being speed checked. Great. All right, good. Race lever, check in and tell us how many minutes it was from the time you typed it to the time I got it, because that was not an accelerated attempt. That is when I literally got to it and put it on screen. Looking forward to see what my lap time is. Race lever, did you like old Top Gear? I used to love the lap times at their racetrack at the airport on old Top Gear. And he's through Gambon, and he's across the line. Susan will be there. You have a headache too? What is going on with the headaches? Too much humidity. Yeah, Chadstone. Okay, 1 p.m. and you'll be live at the bottom of the clock. Okay, well, we'll be out of here before the bottom of the hour for sure. And it's 1 o'clock there now, so you guys are 12 hours plus a quarter of a clock ahead. It's like 15 hours from me. Not quite liking the built-in Mac notes and spreadsheets. I'm a master with Microsoft Office Suite. I'm trying to decide if I can save the money up to buy. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm not a big fan of their spreadsheet tool and their version of Office. I use Google instead. So before you spend the money on Office 365 for your Mac, play with Google Docs and Google Sheets. You can go to the web address, just sheets.new to make a new page, or docs.new to make a new page. And they have a PowerPoint knockoff on Google as well called slides.new. You go to those pages. Almost all of the formulas that you know from Excel work in Google Sheets, and it's much better than that terrible Mac Office, what do they call it, Pages or something? I forget. I don't even know what it's called. It's horrible. So if you can't make Google Sheets work for you as a spreadsheet, then save up the money for Office 365. But that's a subscription now, so they're going to dang you. They're going to dang you every year for that money. Diet sweet tea and vodka. Well, that's not a bad idea, but honestly, it's a lovely day for a Guinness. I've been saying that all week. It's a lovely day for a Guinness. You know why I keep saying that? Because it's a lovely day for a Guinness. I'm trying to create a gardening theme for Thursdays, but it's only my third Thursday live. Oh yeah, I forgot it's Thursday there. It's Wednesday night here, Thursday morning for you. Well, Thursday afternoon now. So you want a gardening Thursday live stream theme. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that'd be cool. Sweet tea. Does that mean you're drinking sweet tea as well, buddy? My birthday was last Saturday. Awesome. Very cool. My birthday was last week, too. Remember we talked about that, Gracie? We were almost twins. You had a few Guinness. Good. You had a few Guinness. Well, I celebrated my birthday with a Guinness as well. That's for sure. Where is Race Lever telling me my time? I don't see it, Race Lever. Is it still taking that long for you to get to it? I don't see you even typing it yet. I haven't got to it. 56, feeling 27. Yep, see, I told you, we're almost twins. Oh, they're called Pages and Numbers. So Pages is their version of Microsoft Word, and Numbers is their version of Excel. Okay. Well, hey, folks, I don't want to keep you late. I want to give you a bathroom break, and then we'll all go over and watch Susan High Country, Australia. That'd be good. So I'll give you guys 15 minutes back, and everybody go get a bathroom break, grab a snack, grab a drink. Who knows which YouTuber says that all the time. But, what was the song for your dance fight? You are funny, Race Lever. You keep cracking me up. You always crack me up. All right, everybody, have a good night. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Race Lever, you're going to have to drop it in the chat and let me know later what my time was. Oh, the time got messed up. My bad. This is the new time. I'm hitting the timer now. So when you just, all right, well, I'm going to sign off. But when you see this, mark down the time and then type it into the chat because I'll keep the live stream going. Anybody wants to drop off can, but I'll leave the live stream going until your chat comes up. Cool? All right, everybody. Thanks, and I'll see you later. Have a good night.